Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of PoE. Today we are testing out our Freezing Pulse against the Shaper. And I must have done something wrong. Do I need to deactivate that? Ah. There we go. Now it works. That was strange. But yeah, let's see how we fare against the Shaper. I have done some Shaper and Elder Guardians. And those were working out quite nicely, so I would like to see how we fare against the Shaper himself. Nice. Boss number 1 down. Let's get rid of the other ones. And yeah, so we have upgraded our character quite considerably again. I'm basically out of currency at the moment. Which is fine, don't get me wrong, that is actually all fair and square. Yeah, as I said, I'm not sure how long I will be playing at this pace. But yeah, I actually slowed down already, don't you worry. But yeah, once I did the respec, I had to test out the build in T16 maps and against the Shaper and Elder Guardians and stuff. As I said, that was really important to me because I wanted to know if this is actually viable against higher end content. And for the most part, it is. You do have to be a little bit picky on your map rolls, to be honest. But that's not... It's not too bad, actually. In my opinion, at least. But yeah, let's take a look at how we fare against the Shaper. We do have a couple of additions to the build. I think we spoke about Frost Shield in the last video. That is fairly nice. And I also have a Val Cold Snap here, which basically will just help me against bosses. That's the slam. Let's not get hit by that. His beam. Let's make sure Frost Bomb is up. Let's make sure we are hitting him as consistently as we can. Oh, I walked into that. That is my bad. That was my bad. I think I walked into all projectiles at once there. Well, sometimes you do dumb stuff, right? So, yeet. That was definitely one of that times. Damage itself, though, I'm quite positively surprised still. We are looking at a solid amount of DPS for Freezing Pulse. Definitely wasn't able to reach the heights of damage last league. Well, we also did not have the same amount of gear, I guess, to be fair, right? But the investment isn't actually too high, but that also came down to me crafting a lot of the gear by myself, right? As well as not having everything optimized gear-wise. There are some things that I would like to change up, but that's a-okay. That was to be expected. Oh, can I get... I can. Nice. So yeah, there is definitely still room for improvements. I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to try and improve this further. I think if I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can take on Maven with this, then I'm fairly fine with it, and I probably want to think about survivability even more. I mean, walking into 3 Shaper Balls, that is definitely always going to be a death sentence for a good amount of builds, right? So that was just down to player error. But hey, that happens, right? You make mistakes. Nothing to be too fussed about. Bye. Next phase. Those phase changes are just taking so long. Come on now. Oh, let's get into position. We also did organize ourselves. Woo! A helm enchant, yes. That was a little bit of an expensive one. So it did cost me 3x to get the helm enchant I wanted. And basically there are other options to explore, considering the helm enchant. But for the most part I'm actually pretty fine with where we're at. And just to demonstrate why we are using Wall Called Snap, it is to generate frenzy charges, which greatly improve our cast speed, and I am using a craft on my rings to be at one frenzy charge at all time, and that has made mapping very good. Yeah. A little thing like one frenzy charge can actually go a long way, and I really do enjoy that. Yeah, I had an open suffix on my ring, and I was like, what can I get? Let's quickly check what we can craft. Oh, right. +1 to minimum frenzy charges. Hey, why not, right? There's no harm in doing that. It's just going to help us. So why not see if we like it or not, right? So that was the thought process behind that. Definitely don't regret that at all. That worked out reasonably good. And throughout this portion, if we wouldn't have been on max Val charges again for our Val Code Snap, we could try and recharge it through these mobs here, which is helpful, obviously. So yeah, so far I just died to a dumb error I made, and the rest of the fight was pretty smooth, I'd say. Definitely not my best fight so far, but also fairly okay. Fairly okay. At least in my opinion. I just really wanted to know if I could do it. Ow! Oh, ow. Don't walk into everything, you idiot. There we go. Just try and freeze as much as we can. There was the recovery from our helmet going into action with our cost and damage taken. And Desecrate setup worked out very well. Or it was just corpses around. Could be as well. That could very well be. Can we get our sniper's mark on him? I didn't see if I get it on. We will see shortly. Let's get rid of that. No, we didn't. But that's okay, we have it on there now. Okay. The most important thing in like every single boss fight is to try and keep yourself calm. That is one of the biggest things that I have learned so far, is just try and stay calm even if shit is going out of hand around you. I think the biggest one to learn that on and to make sure that you are trying to stay calm was Cyrus for me personally. Because boy oh boy can that fight get out of hand quickly, right? And we have the unfortunate event of having the degen ball chasing us, so the way I deal with that is to just run in circles around Sana and basically hope for the best. He is so close to dying, but I don't want to have degen zones around him. So you know what, we are just going to try and deal with that. Don't get greedy with your damage. If you need to back up, back up. There's nothing worse than to mess this up. But at the end of the day, we actually did go ahead and claimed our kill, which is fairly enjoyable, not gonna lie. We have a couple of nice bases lying around. So I'm just going to take a quick look at it. There we go, that's pretty much it. I think this could be the fragment that we were missing. Not entirely sure, but I hope we didn't get the same one a fourth time in a row. Perfect. Awesome. That is good to see. Basically, Uber Elder is ready, and if you take a look at my Atlas, that's the only Void Stone that I need. How did I deal with the Maven? I had a friend helping me, not gonna lie. Guys, listen, this build isn't on a... it's not in a state where I'm comfortable doing Maven. I tried it with Arc, and I failed, and I was like, okay, I'm not ready for that fight. I haven't done it very often. I basically only have done it with the Forbidden Rite Totem build that was completely busted, right? So yeah, I just need to practice up that fight, but yeah, I need to do some Maven stuff. As you can see, I did pay for the fight a second time, farmed up the second fight basically, and was just asking my friend, hey, are you like comfortable enough to get me through this? And he was like, sure mate, let's go. Let's go in there and just wreak some havoc together and have some fun. So yeah, I was very, very thankful for that. So, what have we changed about the build? We lost a Vermilion ring. We had to grab a 2-stone ring just with life and a little bit of resistances that I needed. This will be changed out at some point, but we are res capped at the moment. And as I said, I have one frenzy charge up all the time. Yeah, and because we are using the Katarina helmet, and here is the enchant, like 40% increased freezing pulse damage, right? Because we are using this helmet, we are no longer spending mana, so we cannot link Arcane Surge to Flame Dash and Frost Shield anymore. So we went for... That is actually a Val Cold Snap in here. So we just went for that, as I said, throughout boss fights. It's so nice, especially against map bosses, to just click Val Cold Snap once your Sniper's Mark is applied, Frost Shield is down, get Val Cold Snap going, get 2-3 Frenzy Charges, and just burst the map boss down. For the most part, I'm fairly, satisfied with boss damage. This fight against the Shaper, that was fine. Honestly, that's enough damage to deal with the Elder, the Shaper, for sure. All the Guardians, you can do them. I was able to get quite a few of Baron and Rox kills with this. So I haven't tested it against Cyrus. We will do that actually on Thursday. And we will see how that will go. Hopefully good, but as you can see, I'm down to 2x and a couple of chaos. It was worth it though, it was worth it. And, you know, we are using Ashes of the Stars. Honestly, I was like, listen, 30% quality gives us a huge amount of quality of life on Flame Dash, because if you guys know, quality is increased cooldown recovery rate. We have that on 20% quality, and we gain an additional 30. That was the only roll that I was looking for, basically. I did divine the amulet up for the 16 all attributes. But other than that, I haven't done anything. We might think about stuff in the future. But yeah, we also get a little bit of increased reservation efficiency of skills. So potentially we need to take a look at this whole wheel and if that's enough to spec out of this. So yeah, I have a lot of thinking to do still with this build, and I'm not quite sure which direction I will take. But yeah, we lost about 600 life or so with trading in the Vermilion ring. Basically, what I will do is just craft on this one as much as I need to until I hit the resistances, the life roll. Hopefully cast speed would be very nice, and then I will craft on the... oh, wait. I think that is not even a thing. Oh, cast speed is actually a suffix. Whereas this one is a suffix as well. Yeah, that's what I thought. So to get 2 resistances on here and an open suffix, that could be potentially very difficult. The cast speed we lost, it's okay. We might get that on another piece. The other gear is unchanged still. I still need to recraft the gloves. Maybe get some tailwind boots at some point. As I said, there's room to improve the shield and the wand as well if we ever need to. But honestly, fair and square investment into this build, if you break everything down, I would assume around 10x, maybe, without the Freezing Pulse enchant. And I was running lab, guys. I was trying to do it myself, but I couldn't. After like the 5th or 6th lab, I was just like, I'm done. I'm just gonna buy it. We did get the 10% increased movement speed on the boots, though, if we haven't been hit recently, which is nice. And to stay in the theme of a frost build, right, we are actually using Trigger Word of Winter when hit, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but who cares? It's just a glove enchant, right? But yeah, that's where we are at. There is definitely still room to improve. I can see that, and I can see a couple of potential upgrades that we can get. But yeah, I mean, our Freezing Pulse is on level 24 right now. In case you're wondering, you do not gain anything but just flat cold damage. The higher you scale your level of Freezing Pulse. But honestly, flat cold damage is all we actually want on this because of the damage effectiveness, right? Also, we had a lucky drop of a 2120 cold penetration support, which I just slotted it in and was like, that's fine, I will use that. Yeah, the pinpoint 2023, I think we already had that before. We just took a whole bunch of gems over. Yeah, Spell Cascade is in level 18 right now, so we are getting there. Sniper's Mark, we need to gain 2 more levels for that. I think I need 155 dex for max level, so we are fine right now, but it's fairly close. And I don't enjoy that. Also, we did drop a level 21 Ice Golem in a map, and I was like, huh, I will keep that. That's an upgrade as well. But yeah, that's where the build's at the moment. We will go ahead and fight Cyrus on Thursday, as I said. And I think if everything goes right, and if I finally sit down and finish the leveling trees and stuff, we should have everything ready to basically present this on Sunday with PoE that has a leveling section into that has a couple of notes written into them, notes that I found very helpful while leveling, just like basic things, which links do you look forward to, which gems in the whole setup you don't have to get very early. Some of them you can pick up from Lily in Act 6. The one thing I will say, though, if you want to play Pinpoint early, you have to do the library quest if it's your League Start, or just mule it, honestly, obviously, from a different character. But yeah, on League Start, if you start this as your first char, yeah, you have to do the library quest. You don't have to buy Pinpoint because you can get it as a quest reward from Ciosa. So yeah, Right, so I've rambled on long enough. Sorry about that. We did kill the Shaper, and the only death was to a stupid error that I have only myself to blame for. All right, but it's looking good. I think we will be able to take down Cyrus with this. So yeah, let's hope that goes well. This is all for today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye.